Hey guys, hope it's going well. I wasn't going to do a video this weekend, but on Friday I woke up with toothache and it was bearable. I could get through it. Took some paracetamols and ibuprofen and put clove oil on it and it seemed to keep it at bay. But yesterday, Saturday, I was in agony most of the day. Clove oil wasn't doing anything. Paracetamols and ibuprofen kind of took the edge off a little bit, but it wasn't until I put an ice pack on my jaw that the pain's gone. And I've woke up this morning and I've hardly got any pain at all now. So that obviously cold ice pack numbed the area. I don't know what it done, but it's helped. But it got me thinking, I need to see a dentist. I can't get in anywhere. I haven't tried this weekend. But about 5 years ago, I needed a dentist. And I literally could not get in anywhere on the NHS. Over a course of about a week, I must have tried 30 or 40 different dentists, all telling me the same thing. There's no spaces for NHS patients. So I left it at that because I just wanted a checkup at the time. This, like I say, this was about 5 years ago. Then about 2 years ago, I got a bad infection in my tooth and was in a lot of pain. I must have tried 20 or 30 different dentists and all up to about 30 miles away, I think. And I could not get in anywhere. And it was so bad, I had to go private. And it cost me the best part of £1,000 to have 2 teeth removed. Which at the time wasn't too bad. I had the money just at the time. But now I haven't got that money. I haven't got money to go private. So it's bank holiday weekend. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere now anyway. Like I say, the pain's gone. So I think hopefully I can get through till Tuesday. But I'm going to have to try ringing another 20, 30 dentists to see if I can get an appointment, because I can't afford to go private. I don't know what's wrong with it. It might just need a filling or something, but well, I'm going to have to ring 111 and get an emergency appointment somewhere just if the pain comes back. This is what the country's come to with the dentists. I remember when I was younger, you ring up a dentist and you get an appointment. And it was simple, it was easy. But now they all tell you, no spaces for NHS. In the same sentence, if you said you were private, they'd book you straight in there and then. It's like the last NHS dentist I went to was the place I went private in the end. I hadn't gone for, I think it was 18 months or 2 years. And a few years ago, when I rung up to book an appointment, they said they'd got me off the list because I hadn't been for a couple of years. They couldn't register me on the NHS. Yet straight away, when I went private, I got in within a day or two. And it's just one of these systems in this country that's just gradually breaking and fading, and people all over the country, I know I'm not the only one, must be suffering with toothaches. I'm lucky I've managed to get my kids into a dentist on the NHS. So I'm glad about that. But the sad thing is there's thousands and hundreds of thousands of people like me that have wake up one day with toothache and don't know what to do. Because they can't afford to go private. And it's all over the country trying to get NHS dentists. It's impossible now. It really is. I don't know whether just to go straight to an emergency or spend 2-3 hours just ringing dentist after dentist just to be told the same thing. I don't know if it's just me, but toothache, I hate toothache. That ruins my mood. It ruins my day. I think toothache and backache are kind of some of the worst debilitating pains you can have. Because like yesterday, I didn't eat a lot because of the pain. I didn't want to talk because of the pain. I just wanted to rest. And it's a similar thing when you really injure your back or something and you can't walk, and every little movement affects you. I feel the same with toothache. It's constantly there when you've got it, and it's horrible. Like, I get pains in my knees, my ankles, other joints, and you can kind of cope with it. You can go through the day negating that. But with toothache, it's as soon as you move your jaw, it hurts. You talk, you swallow, you chew, you drink. It's just always there. It's just always, and then it just spreads and gives you headaches. Oh, I hate toothache. I really do. I looked into it because I got toothache this weekend and knew I'm going to have to hunt around and try and get in somewhere. I looked into why it's got so bad. Because like I say, growing up, you could just ring pretty much any dentist and get in. You didn't even have to be registered with them. They'd book you an appointment. And I'd done a little bit of research of why it's suddenly like this. And a few little things I could see why it's like this is obviously funding cuts. There's a surprise. I think it's also dentists just quit the NHS to go private because there's more money in it for them. I don't think they were getting paid what they should have been paying. I don't blame them. If you can't blame the dentists in this situation, because if they're going to work on someone for an hour and the NHS are going to pay them, I don't know, £50, and then they can go private and get paid £100 for it for doing the same work, I think most people would do what they're doing. So this isn't an attack at dentists at all. It's just the system. It's just the whole NHS dentist debacle that's going on at the moment. And because of, I think there's broken contracts around early 2000s as well, where dentists were not getting paid for the work they were doing. So you can understand why the dentists no longer want to do stuff with the NHS. And it's just a shame that the system has got like this. And I'll probably cover other areas in future videos around just the general NHS schooling system, all sorts. So I might start doing a series of videos over the next month or two around these broken, dysfunctional systems now. Like I say, I'm lucky because I've managed to get my 3 kids into a dentist on the NHS. So I keep up with their appointments. And if they've got any issues, I can ring up a dentist and get an appointment within a few days. So I'm lucky because I've heard of people can't get their kids into dentists, NHS. And it's a shame because I can talk from a bit of experience. I'm not blaming my parents or anything like that, but my teeth weren't the best growing up. And going into my 20s, I still didn't really look after them. It probably wasn't till my 30s, even 40s, that I tried to start a little bit too late looking after them. I think maybe drinking alcohol a lot in my 20s didn't help with the sugar and all that against the teeth. But those early years are important with your teeth. And for families that can't get their kids on NHS but can't afford to take them private, it's a shame. It saddens me that there's going to be a generation of kids growing up with not very nice teeth and that will have to fork out a lot of money later on in life to try and get them sorted. But yeah, it's just a bit of a ramble, this video, about I'm not looking forward to it. Luckily, like I say, the pain is gone now, and I'm hoping tomorrow it'll be gone and the day after it'll be gone. And maybe it was just a temporary flare up that doesn't need emergency too much attention, but I'll just keep monitoring it. And I might have to ring 111 up and get an emergency appointment because I can't afford to go private. Even just for a checkup, there's probably best part of £100. And I can't afford that at the moment. So anyway, guys, take care and have a good bank holiday weekend if you're in the UK, and a good weekend wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you in the next video. I might do one about these protests that, since my last video where I said I think that's going to cause more protests, I think over this weekend a lot more sparked up all across the country. So tomorrow or Tuesday I might do a video on that. I just need to research it a bit more and see where these protests have been happening, but I've seen it on the news that quite a lot have happened this weekend, so I'm not surprised by that. Anyway, take care guys, and see you in the next video.